very good morning to all. I hope you are doing well in this critical situation. Now, next experiment is continuously increasing speed for our robot. As you can see this robot, that in the last lab experiment, what we have done, we just make a coding for uniform speed in the forward direction as well as uniform speed in the backward direction. Your robot will move with a constant speed, that we are supplying the 5 volt to the robot with the Arduino programming in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. So that we have already sent you in the last laboratory experiment. Now today what we are doing, we just moving this particular robot with a continuously increasing speed. We will move this robot with a minimum threshold speed. Like, what is that threshold speed? Threshold speed is that the robot required a minimum voltage to just move up, to start your motion. So that robot required a threshold voltage to just move, to overcome the friction. So that is 5 volt is divided by 70, or 256 part is divided by 70. That I will show you in this coding that we have given on the Arduino software. You all aware about that, and those students who are absent in the last laboratory session, I think they go through with that particular session. Video is already uploaded on the YouTube, so you can see that video also. So before going this, you all need to see that video, how the coding is done, how the programming of Arduino is done, and how all the assembly is made. Like I have explained you, there is 4 motor that connected with the each wheel. 2 right side motor is connected to each other, and 2 left side motor is connected with the single connection. So 2 terminal is required for the right section and 2 terminal is required for the left section. So overall 4 wire we have connected to the Arduino, and that Arduino supplies 5 volt to run that particular motor. So that motor is running in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. So now today what we are doing, we are just moving this robot with a continuously increasing speed. So let comes towards the programming. You can see that programming on the screen, and that will also be uploaded on your WhatsApp group as well as Google Classroom. If you can't see that particular coding that is written, we will upload that with after the scanning. So that will also available, so you can check further. But now you can see I am pointing my finger on a particular code that we have written here. You can see void setup bracket start. As in the last laboratory session, we have to first define 4 pins. A number of pins are there on the Arduino board, 13 pins are there, but we have to select 4 pin. And 4 pin, what type of pin should be there? There should be analog type. There is 2 type of input there, digital and analog. So waveform input is the analog input. So we have just applying analog type of input, and analog type of pin should be selected by the user, by the programmer. So you can see pin mode 3 output, pin mode 5 output. All 4 pins 3, 5, 6, 10 have the analog input capability. So I have just written a dialog. You can write a dialog as C, C++. You have written the syntax or explain the syntax with the double slash. So I have written also. You can see by this we are defining the pin number 3 as the output pin, and all these have been defining like 3, 5, 6 and 10. 4 pins are required, as I told you, as I show you the robot in which 4 motors are connected. Now you can see void loop. You need to create a loop because continuously increasing speed. A loop will be created. A loop will be created with a threshold speed, and that will continuously improving, and overall 5 volt will be generated. You can see a syntax is written there. A for loop is created. You can see on the screen a for int I is equal to 70. Zoom it और पास में एक बार ले जाके देखो. For int I is equal to 70, then I is less than 256 I plus plus. What does that mean? That you have just divided all 5 volt into the 256 part. What you have done? you divided 5 volt into 256 part. What does it mean? 5 divided by 256, that comes from the first stage of programming or first loop, first for loop with I is equal to 70. You have to given 70. Why? That is I is 70, not from 0. You have to start from 70 because a minimum threshold speed is required to overcome the friction. So for initial moving for the robot, you need to put I is equal to 70, because I just carry out many experiments and find that if you put I less than 70, your robot will not run. So you require minimum threshold speed, that is comes on the I is equal to 70, and then 256, then I plus plus, means first loop will run on the I is equal to 70 part, then second loop I is equal to 71, 72, 73, 74 and up to 256. What 256 reflect? That reflect total 5 volt will be given at the end. So we have created loop, for loop starting with the I70 and up to the 256 it will move. Then you can see analog write. In the last lecture, in the last laboratory, we have written digital write, but in that particular case, because that is the analog type of signal you have given, you have applied the for loop, so you need to carry out the analog type of write in the all 4 mode, not digital. So analog write 3i, analog write 50, 6i and 10-0, that is written for the forward movement of the robot with continuously increasing speed. That is over, your program is over. But for understanding, I have attached one more loop that is there. Again I have applied for loop. A delay is given for 100 millisecond. For every loop 70, 71, 72, 73, a delay will be there for the 100 millisecond or 10th part of the second. If I apply or I increase that particular 100 millisecond delay, then your robot will move in the long distance and delay will be increased. So in second if loop I have created for and integer, you can say int I is equal to 256. Now what we are doing, we are giving 5 volt and continuously decreasing the speed. So now what I have written, syntax is I is equal to 256, I is less than 100. You can write there 70 also and I minus minus. In above you can see I plus plus, in that particular coding I minus minus. Again analog write 3i, 50, 6i, 10-0, same, that been already defined in the earlier. All pins should be same. If you change that 5 to 4, then that will not run, that shows a error. So that is overall our program. Now we can change many things in between that. So if you want to move your robot in the forward direction with continuously increasing speed, then your robot will move with the constant speed for the 2 second or 5 second. Then you have to give the digital write here, then again continuously decreasing speed. So you can move according to yourself. Your robot will depend upon overall the coding that you have fed in the program, and you have just compiled that program to the robot. Now as already seen, there is a write sign you can see on the topmost left corner, that if you just click on that particular sign, the overall program will compile, and finally a message will show done compiling. Now compiling in progress, you can see the progress here. After the progress, finally a done compiling message will reflect here. You can see a done compiling message is reflecting over here. Now you have to just upload that program. A cable, you can see a cable is connected with the port of the computer, and you can see a Arduino board is connected with that particular port. I have connected that to the Arduino. You can see a connection is established. Now if double blinking of the LED will done, then you can see for the uploading of the program from that particular sign, and the just nearest to the right sign, just click here and a message is there, compiling sketch, and a compiling process will be shown. As the compiling will done, there will be the double blinking of LED light. you can see if double blink will be there for the Arduino, then your program is uploaded. Just wait for the uploading. Yeah, you can see that the LED blinking in twice, so program is uploaded. Just remove the power cable and attach your battery. You need to attach the battery. After attaching the battery, your robot will move according to the program. Now you can see the continuously increasing speed of the robot, then that will decrease. Continuously increasing speed. After 100 millisecond, the loop is created and that is continuously increasing speed. Now the speed is decreasing. You can see speed is continuously decreasing. That is up to 100. That is given in our program. Now again that loop will create the robot will move in the forward direction, again continuously increasing, then again continuously decreasing. So that will defined by the user. Whatever code that is given by the user, that will be final, and Arduino or your robot will move according to that. Okay, thank you. That is our today's program. Thank you.